Truth is the greatest philosophy. Notice the doctrine of Jesus Christ. His gospel was never the philosopher's gospel, for it is not abstruse enough. It is a simple doctrine that even the simple can understand, which is the reason why some worldly wise men scorn the science of truth, and sneer and make a mock at it. It is sad that the gospel of truth should be looked down upon because of its plainness. For some people despise God because he is not exclusive to one group. Nor does he put the talented and rich man above the poor man. Jesus is the ignorant man's Christ as much as the learned man's Christ. For it is written that Jesus has chosen the base things of the world and the things that are despised. As I love true science and real education, I mourn and grieve that our ministers are so much polluting the Word of God with philosophy. For they desire to be intellectual preachers, delivering model sermons, well fitted for a room full of college students and professors of theology. But when it comes to the masses, the words uttered by them make no sense to us. For the preacher's word is destitute of simplicity, warmth, earnestness, or even solid gospel matter. It is good to be a fellow citizen in the eyes of the city, but it is far better to be an able minister of the kingdom of heaven. It is good to be like some great minds. It is good to attract the mighty. But the more useful man will still be he who uses market language. He speaks in a simple and direct way. Even a child could understand his words. It was not meant to be the gospel of a caste or the gospel of any one class of the community. The covenant of grace is not ordered just for men of a high name, but for all sorts. There were a few rich men who followed Jesus, and there was the wife of Herod's steward, with some others who were also of nobility. These, however, were but a few, for his congregation was made up of the lower class of men. His congregations were the masses, the multitude, not just the rich men who are well-spoken and learned, but as it is written, the common people heard him gladly, and his doctrine was one which did not allow for distinction between men, but rather it put all men as sinners, and tells us that we are all equal in the sight of God. He was the mirror of humility and proved himself to be the friend of earth's poor sons and the lover of mankind. This is the man whom you call Master. He is the people's Christ, and yet men look down with scorn upon the common poor people. They despise them. They see them as the common herd or the multitude. How can you call yourselves ministers of Christ if you do not visit the poor? Off with your grandeur. Speak to the people, instead of lolling on your splendid seats and making yourselves rich at the expense of your pluralities. Christ's ministers should be the friends of manhood at large, remembering that their master was the people's Christ.